Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream watch along on the Dibbly-Dobbly podcast. And thanks for joining us, everyone. It's day 4, session 1 of the Women's Ashes Test from Trent Bridge. It's England and Australia in this Women's Ashes, which has started in the last few days as the women teams of England and Australia begin their Ashes campaign. And it's been a very interesting test match thus far here at Trent Bridge for this Women's Ashes Test. It's been high run scoring in both innings. Australia 473 all out, England 463, and Australia none for 82 at the start of their second innings. They're definitely in the box seat with a lead of 92 runs to try and force a result in this test match. So it's been some very interesting cricket thus far. And the Australian openers have done very well. Beth Mooney, Phoebe Litchfield on debut. They've got the team off to a very good start. None for 82, 19 overs. Australia had to bat yesterday in the last session. And they lead by 92 runs in this Women's Ashes Test from Trent Bridge. It will be Beth Mooney who would take strike this morning. A very important first hour, as it always is in a test match. Important first hour for England to try and get some early wickets, put Australia under pressure. It'll be Kate Cross to Mooney. First ball of day 4. This one on the leg stump. Mooney works it through mid-wicket for a single. And Australia off the mark for day 4. Lead now, 93. And it's going to be a very interesting first session. England need wickets. Australia will be looking to bat, score runs in this session if they can. Extend the lead. It's already 93. Phoebe Litchfield has batted well on debut. And she's on strike now to Cross, who's in. This one played back to the bowler from Litchfield, and there's no run. Good, solid defence. First up from Litchfield. Got in that delivery very well. Defended it back down the pitch. It looks a pretty good surface. We've seen some runs scored in this women's test. Some high run scoring. The run rates have been high as well. There's a Cross in now to Litchfield. This one angling back into Litchfield, but she does well to defend to the offside, and there's no run. Good start by Kate Cross in England. Just only one single off the first server thus far. The field there that England have set. They've got a slip, they've got a gully, they've got a backward point, they've got a square leg, a mid-wicket, a mid-on, mid-off, and a catching cover there. As Cross in to Litchfield. This one, again, played back to the bowler from Litchfield. There's no run. It's a very good start from England in this first server of the morning. In this Women's Ashes Test. Australia lead by 93. They're in very good position. And England, they will need wickets in this first hour. Cross in to Litchfield, who works it behind square on the leg side. She'll pick up a single, and she's off the mark on day 4. Moves on to 42. End of the over, none for 84. Australia lead by 94. I think that was a no ball there from Cross. So we have to re-bowl that ball again, just overstepping that front line. And the third umpire has called that. Cross in to Mooney, who defends to mid-on. There's no run. It's the end of the over. It's none for 84. Australia lead by 94 runs. Good start. And it's been a very impressive test match thus far. Australia won the toss, batted first, and got a big score in the first innings. 473 all out. Annabelle Sutherland top scored with 137. Elise Perry, 99. She got out for 99. Talia McGrath batted well, 61 she made. And England in reply, all out for 463 in their first innings. Tammy Beaumont, top scoring with 208. A double century for her. And she batted well. A couple of 50s from the captain, Heather Knight, 57, and Nat Sever-Brunt, 78. Good contributions there. So this test match, you would have to say, is in a very poised position. Could go either way. Australia be hoping to get a big lead and set a target that is going to be challenging for England to chase in the fourth innings. England will be looking for early wickets in this first hour of this test match. On day 4, Sophie Eccleston will come into the attack. She bowled well in the first innings, picked up 5 wickets. And now she's in now to Litchfield for the second over of the day. She's in now. Litchfield defends. To the offside, there's no run. A very good bowler, Eccleston. And she's number 1 in the world rankings when it comes to T20s and ODIs in the women's game. She's in again to Litchfield. This one tossed up. Litchfield advances down the wicket, uses her feet, but good fielding by the fielder at cover. And there's no run. Nice day here at Trent Bridge. Eccleston, and again, this one defended on the front foot by Litchfield. There's no run. Lead 94. Australia none for 84. Lead 94. Trent Bridge, the venue for this women's Ashes test. A very iconic historical ground in England. Seen a lot of cricket over its years. And for the first time, a women's test match. Eccleston in to Litchfield. Advances down the wicket, Litchfield, but can only hit it straight to the fielder at cover. There's no run. Good start by Litchfield. Getting in to her innings again today. Resetting. Good start by Eccleston. It's a good start by England in the first couple of overs of the day. Eccleston in to Litchfield. Advances down the wicket again. Litchfield hits it straight to the fielder at cover. There was a chance of a catch. I think the fielder at cover put it down. Well, Eccleston, by her reaction, it was definitely a chance. Let's have a look. Advances down the wicket again. Litchfield was up in the air. That fielder at cover, puts it down. A drop catch. I think it was Kate Cross. It was, I think. She got her hands to it, and she dropped it. Well, first opportunity for England on day 4. Can't be dropping opportunities like that. Read about hip height. It came at a good height to Kate Cross, and she put it down. For a moment there, I thought it bounced into the ground. I thought it was a bump ball, but it wasn't. Litchfield got there, hit it on the full. Kate Cross there at cover. Wasn't able to execute the catch there. So, first opportunity for England gone down in this first session. They've got to take their chances. They've got to take wickets. They've got to put pressure on Australia here. Australia definitely in the box seat. Eccleston in to Litchfield. This one turning from outside off stump. Litchfield leaves to the keeper. And there's no runs. The end of the over, none for 84. A maiden over from Eccleston. None for 84 after 21 overs. Lead now 94 for Australia. So England had an opportunity. Kate Cross just getting some treatment by the physio. bit of tape, bit of strapping around her finger, thumb, wrist. She is in a bit of pain as the physio just putting the tape on her hand. Probably the ball hit her thumb in the catching opportunity in the last over. And probably the ball got the edge of the thumb, maybe the tip of the thumb or the finger. It's a little bit tender. And Eccleston nearly brought about the first wicket of the day. It was tossed up outside off stump. Litchfield went for it, good use of the feet, hit it straight to cross to that extra cover region, and she put down the catch. So the ball just probably hitting her on the thumb, which is quite painful. So the physio just putting on some strapping just to support the thumb. But she was in a little bit of pain when the strapping was applied. Just a little bit tender with the ball just hitting the tip of the thumb, the side of the thumb. But for Kate Cross, it's not her bowling arm. She's a right arm bowler. And that was on the left arm, the left hand, where she picked up that blow. Cross to Mooney. This one defended to mid-on. There's no run. Yeah, just having a look at the replay here at the catch. Yeah, just hitting her on the thumb there. It's very tender, especially when the ball hits the tip of the fingers or the thumb. It can be very painful. But she's in again now, across to Mooney. And Mooney defends to the offside, and there's no run. Beth Mooney looking comfortable. She looked comfortable in the first innings, and she's looking at ease in the second innings here. 34 of 63. Litchfield 42 of 65. It's been an excellent partnership. 84 for the first wicket. Leaders 94 for Australia. So the match is evenly poised. Could go either way. Cross in to Mooney. That one was a full delivery. Mooney defends to the fielder at mid-off. It's no run. So definitely a situation where Australia will want to bat majority of the day, try and get a good target on the board to set England. Run rate's good, just under 4, 3.91. Cross into Mooney. This one full and wide, outside off stump. Mooney drives through the covers. It will race away to the cover boundary for 4. First boundary of the morning for Australia. The score moves on to 88 for no loss. Okay, cross there. That one just a little bit full, short outside off stump. Beth Mooney on the front foot, working that through the cover region for 4 runs. And first boundary of the morning for the Australian team. Cross into Mooney, defends. Back to the bowler. There's no run. Last ball of the over. So the run rate good from Australia, 4 and over. And we've seen the run rates in this women's test increase across the 2 innings. Australia in their first innings scored at a run rate around about 3 and over, 3.8. England the same, 3.8. Cross in to Mooney. This one short and wide, outside off stump. Mooney works it to the cover boundary again for a boundary. It's the end of the over. It's done for 92. It's a good start from Mooney, good start from Australia. The lead is increasing. Australia off to a good start. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Jahari, thanks for your comment. You say, should England's women's team play baseball? We've seen them play aggressively in this test match thus far, England. obviously Bazball's for the men's team, obviously, and for the women's team, they'll play their own brand and their own style. As the lead is 102 now for Australia. So they'll definitely come out with positive intent. We saw that in the second innings when they batted, as Eccleston in now to Litchfield. Litchfield defends to the offside. There's no run. So they'll definitely play their own style. We saw in the first innings for England yesterday. They were playing positively. So in this run chase, they'll definitely play positively and have that positive intent. Litchfield defends. Back to Eccleston. There's no run. Lead now 102 for Australia. None for 92. It's been an excellent opening partnership. Eccleston in. Litchfield uses the feet. Gets it over the top of the cover fielder. It will race away to the cover boundary for 4. First boundary for Litchfield on day 4. She moves on to 46. And she's had a pretty good start to her test career. On debut in this test match, Litchfield. That one outside off stump from Eccleston. Good use of the feet from Litchfield. Didn't quite time it, but she got it enough to get it over the cover fielder, get it to the cover boundary for 4. And first boundary for her this morning. Eccleston in. This one's spinning into Litchfield. Works it around to the fielder at square leg. There's no run. Litchfield. That one's a little bit uppish as well, just in the air there, just wide of Tammy Beaumont there at short leg. Nearly another opportunity for England, but just out of reach. Eccleston in to Litchfield. This one keeps a little bit low to Litchfield. Litchfield works it out to the offside, and there's no run. Eccleston, none for 7. Litchfield, 46 of 70. Mooney, 42 of 67. Partnership 96 for the opening wicket for Australia. Eccleston in to Litchfield, who defends on the front foot, just falling short of short leg. It's the end of the over, none for 96. Australia lead by 106. Good start to the morning for Australia. Wickets will be important for England. And Australia definitely in the box seat to force a result in this test match. Australia none for 96. They lead by 106 runs. That's a healthy lead going into the second innings. Kate Cross to continue. None for 37 from her 6 overs. And she's about to begin her over to Mooney. She's in now. This one full outside off stump. Mooney works it past that fielder at gully. Misfield from Danny Wyatt in the outfield. They'll come back for 2. None for 98 now. Australia lead 108. Increasing with every over, this lead for Australia. So they're important for England. Wickets are a must. Cross in to Mooney. This one down the leg side. Mooney works it through square leg. She'll pick up a single. She may think about a second here. Nope, just the single. And she moves on to 45. Litchfield on 46. And for 99, 1 run away from the 100-run partnership for the opening wicket. Litchfield, 4 runs away from a half-century on debut. Batted well in the second innings thus far, and she batted well in the first innings before she got out LBW. Cross in, past the umpire to Litchfield. Litchfield drives to the fielder at cover for no run. Still none for 99 for Australia. 1 run away from the 100-run partnership for the opening partnership. It's been pretty good stuff from Australia. They'll be looking to bat majority of the day, set some sort of target that England can chase down. Cross in to Litchfield. This one has bowled her. It jagged back from outside off stump, and it went back into Litchfield, and her stumps have been disturbed. Litchfield has gone for 46. The first wicket for England in this second innings for Cross. She gets the first wicket. Phoebe Litchfield gone for 46. Clean bowled by Cross. So we have a look at the replay. This one started outside off stump, just coming back into Litchfield, the left-hander. It moved off the seam a little bit. That's all it needs to do. Just a little bit of movement. Came back in, hit the stumps. And Litchfield has gone for 46, bowled by Kate Cross. Australia, 1 for 99. They lose their first wicket. And Kate Cross has got the first wicket for England this morning. And for Litchfield, she batted so well for her 46. She's got to go. A very good delivery from Cross. One that just moved off the seam, came back in to the left-hander of Litchfield, and just jagged off the seam outside off stump. And a very good first delivery from Cross. Gets the first wicket of the morning for England. That's what England needed, an early breakthrough. And they've got that. And it is Phoebe Litchfield, the youngster. Gone for 46. A good delivery from Cross. Just coming back in a little bit of shape. Moving off the seam a little bit. Just jagging back into Litchfield, the left-hander, and collecting the stumps. And that will bring Elise Perry to the middle. She batted well in the first innings, Perry. 99 she made. And she's out there in the middle, joining Beth Mooney after the fall of Litchfield's wicket. And she'll be looking to form a partnership with Beth Mooney here. Incredible test record, Elise Perry, in women's test matches. Got a 200, of course, that came against England at North Sydney Oval back in 2017-18. And she got a 200 in that women's test. Cross in to Perry. Perry defends to the offside. There's no run. Well, that's what they needed, England. Just an early breakthrough, just to get the confidence going this morning. That one just jagged back off the seam. A hint of shape going into Litchfield, and then it just jagged off the seam a little bit and hit the top of off stump. And that was a good delivery by Cross. Her first wicket in this second innings. Cross in to Perry. This one full driven to the fielder at mid-off. Cover by Perry, and there's no run. And it's the end of the over. End of the over, it's 1 for 99. Australia lost their first wicket. Litchfield for 46, bowled by Kate Cross. Beth Mooney now joined by Elise Perry. The lead is 109 for Australia in this first session of this women's Ashes test from Trent Bridge. 46 off 73 Litchfield she made. Australia 1 for 99 in their second innings. Not a cloud in the sky. It's quite clear skies here at Trent Bridge in Nottingham. Eccleston continuing with her left arm spinners. Left arm spin. She's bowled pretty well to start day 4. She's in now to Mooney. This one outside off stump. Mooney works it to the fielder at backward point. So no run. Beth Mooney looking comfortable. A very fine player. Scored a lot of runs for Australia over the years. And she's set. She's in and she's looking for a big score as Eccleston's in to Mooney. This one just wide of short leg. It was up in the air. It falls safe through square leg region. They'll pick up a single. Lead now 110. Mooney moves on to 46. Elise Perry yet to get off the mark. Just out of reach of short leg there. That last delivery there was a little bit up in the air there from Mooney, just wide of short leg, but she was able to work it through square leg for a single and get off strike as Elise Perry's on strike. Yet to get off the mark. Faced 2 balls. Yet to get off the mark in the second innings. So Perry on strike now to Eccleston, who's starting in front of the umpire. She's in now. Perry defends on the front foot. It's no run. Eccleston in to Perry. And Perry plays it back to Eccleston, and there's no run. Good fielding there by Eccleston off her own bowling. None for 8, so very economical at the start of her spell in this second innings. Elise Perry, 99 in the first innings. And she batted really well. On strike again to Eccleston. This one tossed up outside off stump. Perry drives to the fielder at mid-off, and there is no run. Everyone enjoying the cricket at Trent Bridge. Nice crowd watching day 4 of this women's test on a Sunday morning over in England. Eccleston in to Perry. Perry defends to the fielder at mid-off. It's the end of the over. It's 1 for 100. Australia lead by 110. 25 overs have been bowled in their second innings. Lead of 110, which is a very good lead in the second innings. They'll be hoping to build on that as the day progresses and set England a target that will be difficult to chase. Maybe this pitch will start to break up a little bit of turn. The spinners will come into the game late on day 4 and 5. But Australia pretty content with the situation at the moment. Lost the wicket of Litchfield for 46, bowled by Cross to a very good delivery that just jagged back off the seam, hit the top of off stump. So it's going to be Kate Cross. Nope, changing the bowling. Nope, sorry. It is Kate Cross to continue. And she'll be bowling to Mooney. He'll be on strike. So Cross into Mooney. Mooney defends to the offside. There's no run. Beth Mooney prepared to play the long innings. 46 off 72. Elise Perry yet to get off the mark. She's faced 6 deliveries, yet to score a run. Session 1, day 4 of this Women's Ashes Test. As Cross in to Mooney, who defends to the offside again. There's no run. That one just coming back in a little bit from Cross, just a little bit of shape. But Mooney was able to defend that comfortably to the offside. Australia 1 for 100. The run rate's good, 3.95, just under 4 runs per over. The run rates have been pretty high in this test match thus far. Both teams scored at 3 and over in their first innings. Cross into Mooney. Mooney works it behind square on the offside. But no run. Okay, Cross got rid of Phoebe Litchfield for 46. That was the first wicket of the day. Came back in and moved off the scene by quite a significant way. Just a little bit of movement, just coming back into the left-hander and hitting the top of off stump, and that was a good delivery to begin day 4 for England. They need early wickets. Cross in to Mooney, who defends to mid-wicket. It's no run. So the plan for Australia would be to bat as long as they can today. The other factor is going to be time. Do they have enough time to bowl England out and get the 10 wickets they need for victory? That's going to be the next question for Alyssa Healy to answer, but that will be down the track. Cross in to Mooney. This one outside off stump. Mooney drives through the covers. She'll pick up at least 2. Danny Wyatt will cut it off on the cover boundary for 2. Australia 1 for 102. Lead 112. Mooney, 2 runs away from a half century, 48. And she batted well in the first innings. She got 33 in the first innings, Mooney, then got out. But 2 runs away from a half century in the second innings. She's batted pretty well. As a cross in to Mooney. Mooney defends. Back to cross. And there's no run. It's the end of the over. 1 for 102. Australia lead by 112. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Australia 1 for 102. 26 overs have been bowled. Lead by 112 in this Women's Ashes Test from Trent Bridge. Day 4, session 1. It's been a very interesting test match. We've seen some run scoring. We've seen some good performances. We've seen centuries. We've seen wickets. And clear skies here at Trent Bridge. Beth Mooney, 48 off 77. Elise Perry yet to get off the mark. She's 0 off 6. Just joined Mooney out there in the middle. Litchfield was the first wicket to go. First wicket to fall. She was bowled by Cross for 46 as Eccleston continues to Perry, who defends on the front foot. There's no run. Sophie Eccleston, left arm spinner. It's bowled pretty well in this test match. Got 5 wickets in the first innings. Should be hoping for another 5 here. Eccleston in again to Perry, who defends to the bat pad on the offside. No run. Looking very comfortable. Perry. Just taking her time. No need to rush. Haven't got off the mark as yet. Eccleston in to Perry. Plays on the back foot. Defends this off the back foot to the offside. No run. Yet to score yet. 9 balls she's faced. Hasn't got off the mark. Taken her time. She got 99 in the first innings. Eccleston. This one tossed up a little bit by Eccleston. But Perry defends to mid-on. There's no run. Very important first session for both teams. Important for Australia not to lose too many wickets. For England, it's all about taking wickets and their opportunities. As Eccleston in to Perry. This one a short delivery by Eccleston. Defended on the back foot through the offside from Perry. And there's no run. $11 balls for Elise Perry. Yet to get off the mark. Last ball of Eccleston's over. She's in now to Perry. This one down the leg side. Perry works it around the corner down to the backward square leg region. And she'll pick up a boundary. No, not quite. Good fielding by Tammy Beaumont. They'll cut it off for 3 runs. Elise Perry off the mark with a 3. It's the end of the over. It's 1 for 105. Australia lead by 115. Australia 1 for 105, 27 overs they face. They lead by 115 in their second innings. They're in a good position. This women's Ashes Test from Trent Bridge. They lost a wicket already. That was Phoebe Litchfield for 46, clean bowled by Cross. And she added 99 with Beth Mooney for the opening wicket to set the foundation for Australia in this women's test in the second innings. Cross to continue. And she'll be bowling to Elise Perry. He's on 3, got off the mark in the last over. Cross into Perry. This one traps Perry on the crease, hits her on the pads. And there's no run. Elise Perry looking comfortable, unfazed. Batting with ease. Got 99 in the first innings and batted well. This one just shaping a little bit, just coming back off the seam there from Cross, bowling right arm around over the wicket to the right-hander in Perry. Cross in again to Perry. This one defended to mid-off. There's no run. So Kate Cross just getting a little bit of shape with this Duke's ball. A little bit of shape, a little bit of seam as well, nipping off the seam. You saw that in the wicket of Litchfield when it just jagged back off the seam outside off stump and hit the top of off stump to bowl Litchfield for 46. Cross in again to Perry. This one full outside off stump. Perry drives through the covers, come through for a single. She moves on to 4. Mooney 48. Australia 1 for 106. Lead 116. Kate Cross, 1 for 43, 8.3 overs. She's bowled into her 9th over. Got the wicket of Litchfield this morning. Cross into Mooney. This one down the leg side. Good take by the keeper, Jones, who's standing up close to the stumps. And there's no run. That would have been some buys conceded of Amy Jones, the wicketkeeper. Didn't get that ball down the leg side, but good piece of wicket keeping from Jones. Setting up to the stumps for Cross, keeping Mooney in her crease, and that one was down the leg side. Good piece of keeping from Jones. Good glove work. Cross into Mooney. This one defended by Mooney to mid-wicket. There's no run. 48 for Mooney, 4 for Perry, establishing their partnership after the loss of Litchfield in the... Just have a look here. In the 24th over. It's a Cross. Last ball to Mooney. It's on 48, 2 runs away from a half century. Cross in to Mooney. Mooney defends to the leg side again. It's no run. It's the end of the over. 1 for 106. 1 for 106. Australia lead by 116. Lead is growing steadily. 1 for 106 in their second innings. Sophie Eccleston to continue. None for 11 from her 8 overs. She's in now to Perry. Perry tried to work this off her pads. Didn't time it. There's no run. Eccleston in to Perry. Perry plays it back to that mid-off fielder who's at a very straight mid-off, just falling short. He was in the air for a little bit, tossed up by Eccleston, turned into Perry a little bit. Perry nearly got unstuck there. Eccleston into Perry. This one driven uppishly by Perry, past that fielder at that very straight mid-wicket. Very straight mid-off. Just out of reach. Perry survives. Eccleston into Perry. Perry drives through the covers, and it's racing away to the cover boundary for 4. The fielder can't cut it off. 4 runs to Perry. She moves on to 8. It's 1 for 110. Good shot by Elise Perry. Nicely driven through the covers. This one again. Just spinning a little bit there from Eccleston, but nicely driven by Perry. Found the gap in the cover region for 4. And for Elise Perry, she's done very well to hit that to the boundary for 4. Eccleston into Perry. Perry defends to the leg side to the short leg, and there's no run. Eccleston into Perry. This one defended on the front foot by Perry. And there's no run. Lead now 120 for Australia. So the lead increasing. And that's the end of the over as well. It's the end of the over. 1 for 110. Australia lead by 120 runs. It's been a very good start by the Australian team this morning. Lost the wicket of Litchfield for 46. But the important thing is for Australia, the lead is 120. And they'll be looking to bat as long as they can today on day 4. Certainly think about a declaration at some point during the day. Kate Cross will continue. 1 for 43 from her 9 overs. And she will be continuing to Beth Mooney, who's 2 runs away from a half century. Batted really well, Beth Mooney. 2 runs away from a half century. Cross into Mooney. This one full outside off stump. Mooney works it to backward point for no run. Still on 48. 2 runs away from the half century. Cross. Yet again to Mooney. This one coming back into Mooney. She defends to the offside. There's no run. Lead 120. Australia 1 for 110. 29 overs have been bowled into the 30th over of the second innings. Women's Ashes Test from Trent Bridge. Cross. In again to Mooney. This one full, driven by Mooney to mid-off. Was no run. Still can't get those 2 runs. Still on 48. Of 83 deliveries. Mooney. Perry 8 off 21. There is a little bit of rough deterioration starting to appear on the surface. Hopefully for Australia, they hope that the wicket will deteriorate so they can get these 10 wickets for victory. Cross into Mooney. This one down the leg side. Mooney works it through square leg for a single. She races to 49. 1 run away from the half century. It was a close single, but in the end, it was a comfortable single. The throw was wide by the fielder. Nearly a run-out opportunity, but the throw was very wide. So Elise Perry was always going to make it home. And she's on strike now to Cross, who's in again. To Perry, this one driven straight back by Perry to Cross for no run. Okay, Cross got the wicket this morning of Litchfield. Got her out bowled for 46. Perry 8 off 22. Last ball of the over, Cross in to Perry. This one full driven to the fielder at cover for no run. It's the end of the over. It's 1 for 111. Australia lead by 121 runs. Australia 1 for 111. They lead by 121. It's been a very good start by both teams. Australia have been able to score runs. England have taken an early breakthrough. That was Litchfield for 46. Very important first session in terms of the context of this test match and how this test match will pan out on day 4 and also on day 5 as well. Pretty simple for Australia. It's all about just scoring the runs, building partnerships, and trying to get to a total and a target that's going to be very challenging for England in their second innings when they do come out for the run chase. For England, it's all about picking up wickets if they can at regular intervals, try and slow the scoring down, put pressure on. And thus far this morning, it's been pretty good from both sides. Runs and containment. So it's going to be Eccleston to continue. She's going to be over the wicket now. Left arm over the wicket to the left-hander and Mooney. Mooney drives straight back down the ground. Mid-on will cut it off for no run. Eccleston bowled well in the first innings. Picked up 5 wickets. She's in again now to Mooney, who sweeps behind square on the leg side and will race away to the fine leg boundary for 4. And that will bring up Beth Mooney's half century. She brings it up with a boundary, the sweep down to fine leg. That's her 3rd test match 50 in 5 test matches for Beth Mooney. 34th in all international formats for Australia. And very good half century from Beth Mooney. Looking to score big and looking to get a big score and contribute to Australia's second innings and get them to a target that's going to be defendable. Eccleston in to Mooney. This one turns back into Mooney, defends to the leg side. Thinking about a quick single, but Elise Perry says no, and there's no run. But she's batted well, Mooney. She's looked comfortable. That one she just defended to the leg side, just falling short of a short leg where Tammy Beaumont's fielding. Eccleston in to Mooney. Mooney defends this ball outside off stump for no run. Couple of balls left in the over. Eccleston in to Mooney. This one tossed up, outside off stump. Mooney defends. There's no run. So Eccleston just giving the ball some air, getting above the batter's eye line, hoping that the batter will come down the wicket, run past one and probably get out stumped. But she does give the ball a lot of air as a spinner, of course. Eccleston in to Mooney. This one beats Mooney past her outside edge and straight through the keeper for no runs. End of the over, 1 for 115. Lead for Australia's 125. 31 overs have been bowled. Beth Mooney tried to cut that last delivery just went past her outside edge and beaten all ends up by Eccleston. But she's played well, Mooney. 8 boundaries she's got. In her innings today, boundary number 8 came in the last over to Eccleston with that sweep down to fine leg to bring up her half century. 53 not out of 90 balls. Beth Mooney, she's batted really well. Elise Perry looking comfortable. She's on strike now to Cross, who's in. This one full, driven down the ground to mid-on for a quick single by Perry. Eccleston at mid-on does well to cut that off and saved a boundary. Elise Perry very quick between the wickets. Easy single in the end. Very good fielding by Eccleston just to prevent the boundary, save the boundary. Cross in to Mooney. This one defended to the offside and there's no run. Lead 126. Australia 1 for 116. Well, everyone enjoying the cricket on this Sunday morning at Trent Bridge. A few clouds in the sky, but let's hope the rain stays away. The sun shining down on Trent Bridge. Cross in to Mooney. This one defended to the offside again by Mooney. There's no run. Batting sensibly. Yeah, Beth Mooney looking to control the innings, look to be that anchor in the innings, just to hold the innings together, build partnerships. She's doing that with Elise Perry at the moment, who's on 9, Mooney on 53. Cross in again to Mooney. This one outside off stump, driven by Mooney for the covers. Pick up a single. Fielder in the deep. Danny White will cut it off. One for 117. Australia, they lead by 127 in their second innings. Couple of deliveries left in the over. Cross. About to bowl to Perry. Cross in to Perry. This one defended. Back down the pitch. To Cross from Perry. There's no run. Cross in to Perry. This one defended by Perry to the offside. And there's no run. It's the end of the over. 1 for 117. Australia lead by 127. Australia lead by 127 runs, 1 for 117 in their second innings of this women's Ashes test from Trent Bridge. Match summary. Australia lead by 127. Looking to just bat for most of day 4 and hoping that they can declare at some period during the day. So 127 is the lead, 3.66. So they'll be hoping to declare at some point today, Australia, giving themselves enough time to bowl England out and get the 10 wickets. Eccleston into Mooney. This one driven outside off stump by Mooney, but straight to the fielder at cover for no run. Eccleston into Mooney, who works this past short leg for a quick single. She moves on to 55. Perry on 9. Australia 1 for 118. Lead increasing, 128 now, as Elise Perry's on strike to Sophie Eccleston. He's bowled well, kept the runs down. She's in again. Eccleston to Perry. This one short, outside off stump. Perry rocks back on the back foot, hits it straight to the fielder at cover for no run. Didn't quite get it past the fielder at cover. Eccleston to Perry. Perry defends to the offside. There's no run. Elise Perry 9 off 28 in her innings thus far. That one a little bit of extra bounce from Eccleston. Just Perry just hitting that ball very high on the bat there. Eccleston into Perry. This one driven through cover point from Perry. They'll pick up a quick single. They'll come back for 2 in the end. It's good running. Perry moves on to 11. Mooney on 55. The lead, 129. 1 for 120, Australia. So very good start to day 4 for the Australian team. England, they picked up the only wicket to fall today. That was Litchfield for 46, bowled by Cross. Eccleston in to Perry. This one defended to the offside for no run. To the over, 1 for 120. 1 for 120. Australia increasing their lead. They've started well on day 4. Lead 130 now for Australia. Going to be change in the bowling. It's going to be Siva Brunt, Nat Siva Brunt, to come into the attack for the first time today. She's replacing Kate Cross. So first time that Siva Brunt will bowl in this second innings for England. In the first innings, none for 26 from 5 overs in the first innings. So Heather Knight has given her the ball to get a breakthrough here. Siva Brunt in to Mooney. And Mooney hits it back straight to Siva Brunt. And Siva Brunt has dropped it. An opportunity for a caught and bowled. Beth Mooney just hurrying into the shot. Hit it straight back to Siva Brunt. And Siva Brunt puts down the catch. Yep, Mooney just chipping that straight back to Siva Brunt, and a drop catch again for England. That's the second drop catch today. This one short and wide outside off stump. Mooney cuts through point for a single. Moves on to 56. She should have been out. First ball of this over, but a drop catch from Siva Brunt. Yeah, Mooney just not timing that shot. Hit it straight back. Catchable height for Siva Brunt, but put the catch down. That's the second drop catch that England have had today. Got to take their opportunities, especially in this situation of the match. Siva Brunt in to Perry. This one outside off stump. Perry leaves to the keeper. It's no run. So very important for England just to capitalise on these chances. They can't afford to drop catches. They can't afford to miss their chances. Otherwise, Australia will definitely be in a very good position. A lead of 130, 131 now. They've got to take their chances. Siva Brunt in to Perry. This one down the leg side, and Perry works it through square leg for a single. Good rotation of strike. Perry moves on to 12. Mooney on 56. A couple of deliveries left in the over. 33.4 overs have been bowled. We're into the 34th of Australia's second innings. Well on top, Australia. Well in control of this test match. And they'll be hoping to consolidate their position, which is the important thing here, just to build on this foundation and platform. Siva Brunt into Mooney. This one beats Mooney. Passer outside edge. There's an appeal from Amy Jones, the wicketkeeper. She took off the bails. There's an appeal for stumping. Pretty sure Beth Mooney kept her foot behind the popping crease, but we're going to have a look upstairs to see if this is out stumped. Good piece of glove work again from Jones. Behind the stumps. Let's have a look. Definitely the ball's close to the bat, so third umpire will definitely check to see if it's come off the edge of the bat. You can't be out stumped if you hit it. You can be out caught, but I want a clear gap between the bat and the ball, so nothing on Alterage there. Just have a look at the side-on replay now to see where the back foot was in relation to the popping crease and also to the bails being removed. Let's have a look. The foot is out there, but Mooney does well to ground her foot behind the popping crease. Jones did well to remove the bails, but for Beth Mooney, she survives. Foot is grounded behind the popping crease. And this will be not out. Mooney survives. Not out, the third umpire says. Siva Brunt in to Mooney. This one, extra bounce. Surprised everyone. It surprised Mooney and it surprised the keeper and Jones. Siva Brunt. Extra bounce off that last delivery. Caught everyone by surprise. It's the end of the over. 1 for 2. It's 1 for 122. And the players are going to have a drink here at Trent Bridge. Australia in a very good position. Orlando Pole, keep up the good work. Thank you for your comment, Orlando. Thanks for joining us for this Women's Ashes Test. Trent Bridge, day one, session one between England and Australia. Australia in a very good position at drinks. They lead by 132 runs. They're 1 for 122. Beth Mooney has done very well. Half century for her. She had a life. She had a drop catch, and that was put down by Siva Brunt in the last over. She's on 56. Perry's on 12. Partnership is developing for Australia. 23, this partnership for the second wicket. But Australia in a very good position as we enter the final parts of this first session today. But you'll have to say that Australia's session thus far, England did well to take the wicket of Phoebe Litchfield, was the only wicket to fall in that first half an hour. And she was gone for 46. She was clean bowled by Kate Cross. And she had a very good opening partnership with Beth Mooney 99 for the first wicket before she was dismissed. But Mooney and Perry, the partnership at the moment, 23 for the second wicket. Australia in a very good position. They lead by 132, 1-2. And Australia definitely in control of this test match. But thanks everyone for joining us. And it's shaping up to be a very exciting test match in this Women's Ashes test. Australia definitely in the box seat to definitely win this test match and go and get some early points in this Women's Ashes series. The Women's Ashes is a multi-format based series. It's based on points. So if you win the test match, it's 4 points. You win the T20s and ODIs, it's 2 points. So this test match is definitely important in the context of the series. So whoever wins this test match will definitely have a big advantage going into the remainder of this Women's Ashes series. So it is a multi-format series, the Women's Ashes. Includes all the 3 formats, points-based, as this test match is very important. 4 points for the win, 2 for the T20s and the ODIs. So definitely both teams will want to win this first test match. This only test match of the series to have a good advantage going in for the ODIs and T20s once we get into those series in this Women's Ashes. But Australia at drinks, 1 for 1-2, lead of 132, in a very good position. And definitely, Australia definitely won the first hour of that first session. So be very interesting to see what England can do. How can they come back in the last part of this first session? But definitely important for both teams to really capitalize on these key moments. A couple of drop catches from England as well today. Siva Brunt dropping Beth Mooney in the last over just before that drinks break. So they'll be hoping, England, that they can get a few more opportunities. For Australia, they'll be hoping just to build more partnerships and hopefully get that lead up. At the moment, it is currently on 131, which is 132, which is a very good position to be in. So we're about to begin. After drinks, Eccleston into Perry. Defends to the offside. There's no run. First over after drinks. Eccleston continuing. It's been a very good start to Australia in this morning session. Eccleston into Perry. This one defended to the leg side. There's no run. Elise Perry looking very comfortable at the crease. 12 off 34. Mooney's on 56 of 99. Eccleston in to Perry. This one spins past her outside edge. Perry beaten all ends up. Good take by Jones, the keeper. Whipped off the bails as well for a stumping opportunity. Very good delivery from Eccleston. That one just turning from the middle of the stumps past the outside edge of Perry. In the end, Perry survives. Now, I think we're just going to have a check of stumping, I think. We're just going to have a check for this stumping here. Did spin back on middle stump to off stump. Pretty sure Elise Perry kept a foot behind the popping crease there. It was in the air slightly. Just checking to see if she hit it. Nope. Clear gap between the ball and the bat. So nothing there. Now let's have a look at her foot in relation to the popping crease when the wickets were broken. The foot's grounded there, yeah. So no problems there for Perry. Her foot's well grounded beyond the popping crease as the bails are dislodged. So third umpire will say not out. Perry survives. Eccleston, good delivery. Just troubling Perry a little bit. Good piece of wicket keeping as well by Jones behind the stumps. Eccleston in to Perry, who defends on the front foot. No run. Eccleston in to Perry. This one driven to the offside for no run. Eccleston in to Perry. This one defended on the front foot again. There's no run. It's the end of the over. It's 1 for 2-2. It's a maiden over. Australia still lead by 132 runs. Thanks everyone for joining us. It's Women's Ashes Test. England versus Australia from Trent Bridge. Day 4, session 1. Thanks everyone for joining us. We'll be here for another over before we'll sign off. So Beth Mooney on strike now to Siva Brunt, who's in, and Mooney defends to the offside. There's no run. Thanks everyone for joining us. This will be our last over before we'll sign off today. As Siva Brunt in to Mooney, who defends to backward point. There's no run. Beth Mooney batting well, 56 of 101. And Elise Perry, 12 of 38. Siva Brunt in again to Mooney. Mooney defends to the offside, and there's no run. Mooney, 56 of 102. Perry, 12 of 38. The partnership is good. 132 is the lead. Australia 1 for 1-2-2 in their second innings. 36 overs into their second innings now. 3 balls left of the over. Siva Brunt in to Mooney, who works it to the offside for a quick single. And she'll make it home comfortably. Moves on to 57. Perry on 12. 1 for 1-2-3. The lead is 133. 2 balls left of the over. Siva Brunt in to Perry. This one full outside off stump. Perry drives to the offside for a quick single. She'll make it. And she'll move on to 13. Mooney on 57. Lead 134. 2 runs in this over by Australia. They're going along steadily. Siva Brunt into Mooney. This one short outside off stump. goes past Beth Mooney's outside edge to win the over. Through to the keeper, and there's no round. It's the end of the over. It's 1 for 1 to 4. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. Thanks everyone for joining us. I hope you enjoyed our coverage of the Women's Ashes Test between England and Australia. Thanks everyone for joining us. We'll sign off, but before we go, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. Also, the podcast is available on Anchor, Spotify, and on Apple Podcasts. And also make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell so you don't miss out on all of our Ashes episodes during the Women's Ashes and the Men's Ashes for 2023. So make sure you do all those good stuff. Subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you don't miss out on all of the episodes on the Men's Ashes and also the Women's Ashes as well. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for this first session, day 4 of this Women's Ashes Test between England and Australia. It's sure to be an exciting finish to this Test match. Australia definitely well poised, definitely in a good position to definitely win this Test match. So we shall see what happens in the remaining part of day 4 today, but also day 5 as well tomorrow. So it should be an exciting finish to this Women's Ashes Test. Thank you everyone for joining. Until next time, keep safe and bye for now.